esse filme, nos anos 90, sim, passou. Quando a gente viu a capoeira pela primeira vez, foi impressionante. Eu acho que isso foi a primeira vez que eu vi capoeira mesmo. E não sabia o que era nem nada, mas eu me lembro. Ninguém esquece desse momento naquele filme. A outra coisa que foi muito distinto dessa experiência foi a música. Eu me lembro que Paranauê entrou também no filme. Isso é como a maioria da gente identifica a música da capoeira, cantando Bananauê. A maioria fala capoeira, Bananauê, não fala de capoeira, falam Bananauê. Ei, você é o Bananauê. Aqui na Jamaica é quase como um sinônimo com capoeira, é Bananauê.
And when I was about 17 years old, I heard about capoeira. I think I saw it first on TV, and I was just mesmerized by the music and by the movements. I traveled to Brazil, so capoeira, the trip to Brazil, it impacted my life in a really profound way. I started to ask myself, what do I want to do with my life? I knew capoeira is what I wanted to be, not only to do, but to be. I wanted to live capoeira. So the question was, where am I going to live? So reggae put Jamaica on the map for me. Yeah, so what about Jamaica? Because I started to read and I went to the library and I read about Jamaica and the culture and the history of Jamaica. And I saw very quickly that it was very similar to what happened in Brazil in terms of the colonial times, slavery days, the same people that were brought to Brazil.
All Jamaicans are Africans. At first, when I saw Contourmaster Simpson, starting capoeira and everything, I was looking across at everybody training in the school and I was like, whoa, I want to try this, And I've learned to respect the art because capoeira has been a life changer for many youths that I've seen. And the violence that have been in place in the communities, and I've seen the effect that capoeira has done.
If me, as a young German youth, can identify with capoeira and live through and for capoeira, how much more easier must it be for anybody from Jamaica to really identify with that? And with that in mind, in 2004 I came to Jamaica. I fly in to Montego Bay without really knowing where to go or what to do. So I pretty much just stepped out of the plane and started to make my way through Mobe for the first days and weeks. And that was the point when my journey in Jamaica began.
I did capoeira in Miami for about 10 years. But while I was there and I'd come home for like Christmas or summer vacation, because I was still, I think, I don't know if I was in college or not, I can't remember. I came home and found Simpson. Eu não acho que talvez como capoeira assim, como martial, like martial arts like capoeira, it's its own thing. But I mean, we have a lot of similarity in history, like with the Maroons and their drumming and their dancing and their call and response. But they don't necessarily do martial art, no martial art that I know about. That's the only similar thing I can think of so far. We also have a religion called Pocomena, which is where you have the singing and the dancing, just like with Candomblé. But as far as a full on, no, not to my knowledge.
I think that it had some sort of negative impact that he was a white German that came to Jamaica. But some people, they might see it as a negative thing that he was white and he was teaching an art that was created by black slaves to a black populace. They might see him as someone that stole the art and trying to spread it as his own. But I think that just comes from ignorance of what he was doing or the reason why. So some people would jump to conclusions and not try to fully understand what's going on, and that will cause difficulties.
So when I first came here, nobody knew what capoeira was. So I tried to explain. Everybody asked me, "Oh, what you do? What you do?" And I said, "Hey, that's capoeira from Brazil." And I said, what?" And then sometimes somebody would come and say, I know, it's banana way style. And then it would take me a while, but then I found out that, the person would have seen that, like a capoeira movie on TV. And they heard that song, Banana Way, but they understood it to be banana way. So, and then styles, a technique. So it was the banana way technique or the banana way style. And I was kind of like in my mind, trying to imagine before how it would be. And somehow I was very coined by, my experience in Brazil. So found out very quickly that that is not the case. And that Jamaica is its very own place. And that in many ways I was, how would you say, I was surprised and it wasn't as I had imagined it to be.
Eu tenho desejo de que a capoeira fique aqui na Jamaica, que fortaleça, que realmente pode ter um maior impacto nas vidas das crianças, principalmente, porque hoje em dia eu acho que aquela ligação de identidade africana, da cultura negra, está sendo atacado por outras influências no mundo, porque a globalização é real, né? E tem muitas coisas entrando. E eu acho que se a capoeira poderia ficar aqui e ficar mais forte, seria muito bom para realmente preservar aquela ligação com a sangue negra, a cultura negra, a identidade africana, o que para mim é muito importante. Sendo um país que realmente um país negro, com líderes negros, e não é muito comum no mundo ter, fora da África mesmo.
My name is Faiska. The thing I love about capoeira is we all gather around in the order and do the things that we learn.